So this is pretty wild. Elon Musk spectacularly confirms the Department of Education no longer exists. I'm loving this. Great. It is a Department of Indoctrination of woke insanity. That's what this had turned into. And now it's basically going back to the States. Let's check this out.
Elon Musk has spectacularly confirmed that the Department of Education no longer exists.
It appears that Elon Musk, Vice President Elon Musk, I guess, I don't know, he's got some role, some official role, thinks that the Department of Education is already dead in response to Congressman Maxwell Frost's post about the EOE.
This is awesome. They are blocking members of Congress from entering the Department of Education. Elon is allowed in and not the people. Illegal. What is it that these people were doing?
DOE, he said, quote, "No such department exists in the federal government."
Musk's move comes after...
Oh dear God. Yeah, the thing is, your department does not exist anymore. That's why you're not allowed in. I mean, you can keep on doing your representation thing, but this thing does not exist anymore. You're not doing the indoctrination crap anymore. Now it's gonna be the states that decide what the curriculum is, what each student should learn or not.
Government.
Musk's move comes after Donald Trump slammed the department, saying he will move responsibilities back to the states.
There you go.
And I will shut down the federal Department of Education, and we will move everything back to the states, where it belongs and where they can individualize education and do it with the love for their children.
Awesome. I love it. I think that makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. Why do you have a federal education and then the local, the state level? It should be state level always.
And mere hours after Trump ordered Elon Musk to look into the department, action was taken.
I don't know if it's kickbacks or what's going on, but the people, look, I ran on this, and the people want me to find it. And I've had a great help with Elon Musk, who's been terrific.
Bottom line, you say you trust him.
Trust Elon? Oh, he's not gaining anything. In fact, I wonder how he can devote the time to it. He's so into it. But I told him do that. Then I'm going to tell him very soon, like maybe in 24 hours, to go check the Department of Education. He's going to find the same thing. Then I'm going to go to the military. Let's check the military.
Oh, yeah. That's... Guys, as always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I strongly recommend you get Surviving the Economic Collapse for what's coming, which it's not good. Let me just break it to you. It is not good. You'll see rampant inflation. You'll see loss of purchasing power like never before. You'll see poverty like never before. I'm warning you right now. I'm just telling you, this is the same thing I told people back when 2015 for UK. I told people, guys, you'll see things like you just don't understand what's coming your way. And then it happened, and now it's happening, and it's happening already in the United States, but it will get worse. So Surviving the Economic Collapse, 3 survival skills, and Bugging Out on Relocating, which are my books. You have them in the links there below. Get ready for what's next, because it won't be pretty. In terms of messing with a military budget, that's gonna be a little bit different. It's one thing to cut down on the woke crap in the Department of Indoctrination. It is another thing to mess with the military contracts. That's a lot of money. Those are the people that really run things. So, yeah.
We're going to find billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud and abuse. And, you know, the people elected me on that.
But Democrat lawmakers were not happy, trying to force their way into the department despite it being locked.
Look at the tub there.
We're members of Congress.
We're members of Congress. We're members of Congress.
They keep repeating that as if we're members of Congress, so even though the department that we're on does no longer exist, we still believe that we should continue doing it. No, the guy that was elected made the decision to put someone like Elon Musk in charge and clean things up and cut away Milei style with a chainsaw, And it's not there anymore. Your department is not there anymore. Go do something else. Go represent your people in other things. This thing is no longer there. You don't have that to do anymore because it's now going to be on the stage. So if you are representing people, go represent people in things that matter.
You're coming in. Who are you?
You're not coming in.
Who are you?
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 Who are you, sir?
Do you have business here?
Yes. I have sent the assistant secretary a letter alerting her that we would be here today, and we've asked her for a meeting.
Yeah, I don't know that that's been accepted, so until that's accepted. It doesn't need to be accepted.
What authority do you have?
And what do you do here?
What do you do here?
This Fox News host slammed the stunt, calling it theatre.
Well, first of all, when do you think the last time that these members of Congress were at the Department of Education? That's the first question I have. And now all of a sudden, for political theater, they need to go there and demand to get in. And I love when Maxine Waters says, lift up your face, hold your face up so we can see you. Look them in the eye, tell us your name, give us that ID again. From a woman in a party who don't believe you need an ID to vote in this country.
When questioned about the closure, Elon Musk simply replied, no such department exists in the federal government.
Right,
Trump
that's it.
blasted the incompetence of the department, citing America's low education ranking on the world stage.
Yeah,
The Department of Education, what do you think when you saw Democratic lawmakers trying to get into the Department of Education earlier today?
Oh, I see the same ones. I see Maxine Waters, a lowlife. I see, all these people. They don't love our country. They don't love our country. We want great education. So they rank 40 countries in education. We're ranked dead last. But the good news is we're number one in one category. You know what that is? Cost per pupil. We spend more per pupil.
I don't know if you paid it. He says 40 countries, 4 developed worlds, United States dead last. It is terrible. Why? Because they're not educating people anymore. They're indoctrinating children now. So instead of doing your job of teaching kids things that are, there's countries that are fucking, they just, I'm always surprised by the kids from Nordic countries. Some of these, Sweden, Norway, some of these kids, they speak their own language fluently. They speak English fluently. They speak fucking Spanish fluently. They speak at least 3 languages fluently. And some of these are going for a 4th or 5th language. And these are not like, these are public schools. Public schools. And I know because they go on different trips. They do these exchanges. And you see that they have a great level of education. That is education, man. A kid that speaks fluently 3 languages, that is fucking education right there. That is no joke. That kid will have a huge advantage. It's not just about the languages you speak. It's about your brain. Your brain is going to be better. Really. That's the basic thing. Your brain is going to be, you're going to be smarter. A little kid that learns multiple languages, he will have a higher IQ. You can't change the IQ of a person. If all you do with a child is nothing for his entire life, he will have a very low IQ. If that kid he's stimulated, he's working, his brain is doing, well, all of that fires up things in the brain, it is molded at that age, at a very early age. I've come across this even with teachers and in good places where, but you know what? It's better if we just focus on this because if not, the child gets confused. And it was, you have to be careful because you don't want to insult people, but you just don't know how this works. You don't know. You obviously don't know. A child, a 2-3-year-old can learn 2, 3, 4 languages easily. As many as you want to throw that kid. Right, of course, a little bit of common sense. But let's say you have a kid that has a parent that speaks German and a parent that speaks English. Each parent should speak their own language. The kid will learn fluently both languages. And that kid will be smarter if he only knew one. Why? Because he's stimulated in a different way. It's like a pro athlete. Oh, we're all human. Yeah, sure. But I'm not running all fucking day long as a little kid. I'm not a little child that is training to be a professional athlete. That kid, by the time he's 18, he will have a conditioning and physical capabilities that are way beyond a normal human being. Why? Because he's special? No, because he did different things. The same goes for your brain. If your brain is stimulated in a different way, you will be smarter. You will be smarter than the person next to you. oh, but he's a super genius. No, he's not. No, it's about what you do. Yes, there's natural ability. There is that. But most of all, it's what you do with your time. And these people are not only wasting, they're indoctrinating children, which is far worse than doing nothing.
Than any other country in the world. You look at Norway, Denmark, Sweden, various countries all up and down.
There you go.
Finland, China does very well in education. And then you look at us. We spend much more money than they do per pupil, or any other way. But we spend much more money than they do, and yet we're ranked this year, Biden's last year, congratulations, Joe, we're ranked dead last.
Dead last.
So what I want to see is education. Number one, I like choice. We all like choice. But beyond choice, long beyond choice, I want to see it go back to the states where great states that do so well have no debt. They're operated brilliantly. They'll be as good as Norway or Denmark or Sweden or any of the other highly ranked countries. They'll be, you probably have 35 to 38 states will be right at the top. And the rest will come along. They'll have to come along competitively.
It will take time.
And by the way, we'll be spending a lot less money. And we'll have great education.
Online commentators applauded the decision, with this person saying, "The US Department of Education has officially been dissolved. Congratulations to every parent across America. You now have the power of your child's education back in your hands." And even progressive commentators like Bill Maher are endorsing the decision.
Public is aware of the mismanagement, the improper payments.
What about the Department of Education? Now, I don't know that much about it, but I've never read good things. Rahm Emanuel, who I agree with on almost everything, here was a quote. He said, "A third of 8th graders can't read, and now he wants to close the department." And I thought, that's probably why they can't read. Or at least partly. I mean, the numbers keep getting worse and worse and worse. And I don't know if the Department of Education is anything I mean, it doesn't really, I don't know what it does, except take money. It's sort of a middleman. It doesn't like run classrooms or do stuff like that. I don't think it makes policy. So where are you on something like that?
I think that the Department of Education has to essentially be closed. A lot of the authorities got to get sent back to the states. The dollars we appropriate actually need to go directly into the hands of parents.
There you go. Fantastic news, guys. Seriously, good news. I wonder about the military, though. The military is a money pit. The military in the United States is it spends, anything, any little thing. You have to buy paper. And if you're an office, it costs $9. If you're the U.S. military, it costs $300 or $1,000. You have to buy, bolts and screws and nails. Well, if you're a hardware store, it is $5. If you're the U.S. military, it is $500. It is all like that. It is insane. And when you get into some of the things, like some of the contracts for for planes, and it is insane. Every little thing costs 10, 15, 20, 100 times more than what it actually costs. Makes no sense. But it's stealing. It's stealing from the people through these different methods, right? So good job on the Department of Education. I will wait and see what happens with the U.S. military, because that's going to be a juggernaut to slay. See you later, folks. Take care.